I'll just send.
Okay, we
I'll
can
just
banter.
I'll just clip the balls thing. And I'll send it over.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
just repurpose. It.
Clip your balls for me real quick.
I think that's a pretty good cold open. Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Bog Frog Book Pod. As always, I am joined by James, one of the various pilots of the miscellaneous getters that are throughout these two comics we read.
Hey, what's up? I'm the one with the heart, which means I'm gonna die first.
Fuck.
But then something bad's gonna happen to you after that.
Yeah, and then something, like, cosmically horrifying will happen to me because of the memory of an ancient machine hell-bent on dominating the world.
Nothing good happening. And Seth,
Man.
the evil overlord of the reptilian empire.
You gotta, hold on, wait, which one?
3.
I mean, the most recent one, yeah. Well, not Kamui.
Well, no, but he's not Gore. He's not evil, also, maybe. It's unclear.
I would say, I might be more on his side than...
I mean, I feel like maybe the manga's going that direction.
Yeah, I think that's probably, seems to be the case.
I think a fair assessment for sure. And as always, I am Ren, the fucking... Oh my god, wait. The name, the Gettersaurus, there we go.
There you go, buddy. You got there. I believed in you the whole time.
I got there. How you guys doing?
I'm pretty good.
Doing good.
I basically straight from 8-hour shift to here.
Oh, hell yeah. That means you're feeling, like, normal and good, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling very normal, very good.
That doesn't sound very normal to me.
Oh, fine.
I took, like, a nap earlier. You know, I'm thriving.
Why? I'll kill you.
With
magic.
With the cool magic you're learning from Xenoblade Chronicles X?
There 10 of them?
There's 10 of these fucking things?
Hold on.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
There are 8 of these.
That can't be.
Including
Why is it called X then?
If you want to include the, because it's like a different thing. It's not the Roman numeral, it's just like the thing. It's just the symbol. Maybe it's a Xenoblade Chronicles key.
Maybe it's Xenoblade's... Xenoblade Chronicles no.
Who knows?
Negative.
Well, no, it's from Japan,
negative.
so it'd be Xenoblade Chronicles confirmed.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah.
There you go. Xenoblade Chronicles X is the second game in the Xenoblade Chronicles series, or the 6th game in the the larger Xeno series.
Some sort of Xeno saga.
That's part of them, sorta. It recently got a re-release on the Nintendo Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, which adds some stuff like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition a few years before it.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, it released at some point, I don't remember when, on the Wii U. It was it was announced during the launch of the Wii U. I remember because I saw that trailer and thought, this looks sick as hell. I can't wait for that to come out. And then when it did, I had other things, and also people were like, it's kind of not very good. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not spending my $60 that I get over 3 weeks mowing lawns on this shit.
Good.
It was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
That's
wow,
pretty great.
But my good friend of the pod, Xavier, hit me up the other day,
Charles?
a few days beforehand, before the launch of this, which was like last Thursday or something. Or just like a general thing to the Discord server I'm in, full of people I knew in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And others. It was like, hey, is anybody willing to just like play get through this like fairly quickly, so I have somebody to do the end game content with? And he's like, I will buy it for you.
That's cool.
And I raised my hand. And I was like, yes, but if somebody else wants it, you should probably give it to them. I don't want to accidentally fuck this up, so
Yeah.
The only other two people that even responded to the message was one person being like, I mean, I'd like to, but I don't have my Switch, and I don't care about this game, but I'm glad that you might have fun.
That's awesome.
So I got the game, and I'm about 20 hours in, which sounds deeper in than...
Nah.
Realistically, I should be further into this game. I fucked up really bad.
What did you do?
I'll explain that. Xenoblade Chronicles X is about humanity has basically been like wiped the fuck out. They're like on the run.
Yeah.
You kind of crash land on this planet. I think it's called Mira, if I'm remembering correctly. You have no memory at all. You get awoken by this woman Elma, who's like, "Yo, you're helping us fucking figure this shit out." You get taken to Neo Los Angeles.
Oh shit! What's different?
There's probably a lot less like scary, It's
That's
pretty
fair.
Nice in Neo Los Angeles.
I searched
and I don't
Neo
like
Los
being
Angeles, and the first thing that came up was a level in Duke Nukem 2.
Hell yeah. It might be called New Los Angeles. I might be calling it Neo, because I don't know.
Because you're feeling like a cool guy.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like a cool guy. Have either of you played any amount of, or even looked at a Xenoblade game for a long time?
I know Shulk from Smash Brothers. I considered playing X a long time ago because it had a robot on the cover, and I like mecha, and I thought that sounded cool. I've never actually played it though, and I kind of thought X was an expansion of the first game. I'll be honest, so I don't know anything about these things is.
Different universe. As far as I am aware, there is new content in the definitive edition.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? Maybe things are different.
I have a story for you.
Yes, tell me about your tale.
I owned first I owned Xenoblade Chronicles for the 3DS.
As one does.
And I sold it back to GameStop because I didn't enjoy playing it.
And
then I was like, okay, I will try 2 when it comes out. And then I tried it, and I put my hands on it, and I was like, I think I just wasn't designed to play things that play like
MMOs,
yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I was like, you guys know it has MMO combat.
Yeah, that's all I know about it. Outside of, it's not what I think it is.
Me and James had a very similar conversation earlier, where I was like,
yeah,
the MMO part of Monster Hunter, I fucking don't understand why people like. And you told me, yeah, it's because you don't play fucking MMOs.
Yeah, because you're not MMO brain yet. You're not in it.
Yeah,
you don't
strong word. I
understand
tried.
delayed gratification. That's the problem.
I mean, I don't really like MMOs either, but something about single player games that are taking on the affect of an MMO kind of do it for me.
That's all you crave.
Apparently, between this and Dot Hack.
Also notable, I almost bought a Wii U to play Xenoblade Chronicles X because the trailer was so fucking cool.
Dude, the trailer's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
with the fucking Hiroyuki Sawano song, dude. It's crazy.
Dude, this might be my favorite Sawano soundtrack. Which, to be fair, not saying a ton, because I'm not a huge Sawano fan overall. I think he's fine. I really like the soundtrack. He does the soundtrack for it, and it's really good.
I listened to the soundtrack a lot in middle school and high school, despite never playing this fucking game.
So fun fact about the cool mech.
Yeah.
In this game, I haven't unlocked it yet.
Oh my god. The thing that's on the cover.
I am very close. The chapter that I'm on is the chapter right before you unlock the ability to do the quest that lets you use one of the mechs, which is called a Skell.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really earn it.
Okay.
And to be fair, that might sound like a bad thing.
Does.
But it's kind of sick because Xenoblade Chronicles X might have the best open world of all time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Crazy statement. Okay, I believe it. I can believe it.
So, Xenoblade Chronicles, most of what you're doing, The story is a little like deprioritized in this entry. Obviously, like the story is kind of your main deal in RPGs in general, really, especially like the main Xenoblade games. But your goal in Xenoblade Chronicles X is mainly to explore the environment so that you can get more things, and then by exploring the environment, you get upgrades to your characters, like just like by passively exploring the environment more. You get to like unlock more things. You do side missions for people, so you can like get more stuff and have more options to you, and you like watch Neo Los Angeles get like more developed as a city. Very cool shit. And you are just like running and jumping around. Fun thing about this game, which is not true of Xenoblade Chronicles, the original, which is the only other one I have like played.
Because you have played like the Xeno Saga games, but just not Xenoblade Chronicles.
No, I haven't played the Xeno Saga games. I've played XenoGears. I've played
XenoGears. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I remember talking to you about it on this show. What the fuck do you mean?
I have played and beaten XenoGears, and I have played and beaten Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one.
Okay.
Via the definitive edition. Very good video game.
Big Monado fan.
The Monado's sick as hell. I fucking love the Monado.
Monado's your bro.
Monado's really cool.
Monado's a cool sword.
You love looking through it and seeing the future.
I fucking do.
Backslash!
The point is, you don't have fall damage in this game, which is pretty sick. So I'm like jumping around. I'm getting into places I should not be in. I'm running past enemies.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's great. Like especially like you're sprinting. You have such like a fast run. Your jump is like so like long reaching. It feels great. It feels great to mess around with. It feels great to like try out all of these different mechanics in this game. And I'm so fucking excited to unlock a big fucking mech to also go around the open world at. But the way that like the open world is designed to like feed back into the main gameplay loop, while also like being the main gameplay loop, very good. It makes like it's just really, really addictive to be like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. I'm going to see what's over there. And then you find some, like, random shit that's kind of like, well, I want to get to this spot, and there might be a bunch of enemies that are, like, way over leveled, and I cannot deal with them. But if I run fast enough, I might be able to do this thing anyway.
God damn.
Super fucking fun. Super good time. I fucked up. The way I fucked up really bad and have more hours in this than I should. I'm level 30 right now. I think I'm level 32.
Oh no.
The level cap of this game is 60. The required levels for the story missions I'm supposed to do are like 14.
You suck. You can't help but grind.
To be fair, this time it was because I made a mistake and I didn't know how to get out of it.
Okay, what do you mean?
I accepted an affinity mission, which is like a mission that is given to you by one of your party members. It'll like you get to learn a little bit more about them. It's like a mission focused on them, and you get some other stuff from it. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I'll do this I'll do this affinity mission for Lynn, the like little mechanic girl. And it'll be fun. I'll just do like I'll do a couple side quests before I go back to the main story. Except this affinity mission, and I don't know what the problem was. I don't know. This seemingly was like a problem with my game.
Okay.
Specifically, each copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X is personal.
You were cursed in specific.
I was cursed in specific, where it was like, hey, kill this type of enemy and get like this object, like that's one of the things.
Get like, 10 bear asses, yeah,
exactly. And then I was like,
yeah, it's okay.
Where the fuck are these enemies? And I found them, and the only ones I could find were level 45.
Sucks, dude. Sucks.
And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, even they were level 45 enemies in an area full of like level 9 enemies.
Yeah.
Like, it was like absolutely ridiculous, and I had no idea how to deal with that, and I was like, fuck, like I just like truly don't know what to do. I asked my friend and he was like, so yeah, okay, so there's these things that you can do in the barracks called, I think they're called support missions or something. And they're basically just like really quick missions that you can do that give you more XP than a normal mission would.
Okay.
And they're like it's like you basically get dropped into an area and it's like kill these enemies. So you can just do that over and over again. So I just did that for legitimately like 6 hours.
Jesus Christ, Seth.
I was just like put on an audiobook
come on.
and fucking like do the same shit. I got really good at knowing what my kit does and like what the exact correct way to do my thing was.
Ah, dude, come on, dog.
I was just grinding that out.
No.
So now I'm level 30.
Yeah, I fucking bet you are.
What the fuck,
30,
dude?
I'll just be fine for the rest of the game until I reach a point where, you know, that maybe that won't be fine. But, you know, I'm gonna be able to get through the game quickly, and that's what matters.
Okay, man. All right.
I had a great time. Xenoblade Chronicles X is good. You should give it a shot.
No.
I mean, you won't have to grind until level 30, probably.
Yeah, but it's just another fucking Xenoblade game.
Why?
Yeah, but it's really good.
I have a question. Why didn't you just like do? Why did you stick with this one quest? Why didn't you go do something else?
Oh, sorry. You can't. This is stupid. I think this thing is bad. You cannot have an affinity quest accepted and a story quest accepted.
Oh my god.
Like, you cannot join, which is really stupid.
So
I don't know why it's like that.
That's weird. So you just can only do
really
one
weird.
quest at a time, or is it just
you can
those
do other
two specific?
side quests.
That's
it's just
fucking
those
weird.
two specific times. Like, there are a bunch of like small quests that you can do, which like there's like a whole board, and you can just accept like 20 quests at a time, and it'll just be like, yeah, collect this many things, and you'll be going around the environment, and you'll kill an enemy that you weren't even paying attention to, and it'll suddenly be like, but you did the fucking thing. Here's an object, here's some experience, here's some money.
Yeah,
And it's
here's
like,
a pat in
sick,
the ass.
dopamine. And you can accept like any other type of side mission as well, but like specifically affinity missions and story missions, they don't want you to do at the same time. Another thing that kind of bugs me is that to unlock the next story mission, I had to do a specific affinity mission. And why not just make that part of the game? Like, why not just like literally just make that a story mission? Like, what are you doing here? That's such like a who cares, but it's just like it was like really confusing to me. I don't know why it's like that.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
What are we doing here?
Xenoblade Chronicles X is really fun. The combat's really good. It's like a huge jump in like mechanical depth and like how enjoyable it is to play from Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of like changes it into like a different thing, and I've heard that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is like about as big of a step up from Xenoblade 2's combat as X was from the original. So
okay,
you know,
this shows how disconnected I am from this whole series. Is I had a real moment of, wait, there's a third one? There's a third one of these fucking games?
The third one, which apparently is like for big Xeno heads, according to the big like overarching Xeno heads, is like one of the most Kino things ever made. Like it is apparently like the culmination of a bunch of ideas that the director and writer and crew of these games have been bouncing around since fucking XenoGears.
That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Jesus.
I saw people posting like this is shit that I read about in XenoGears Perfect Works. No, that's fucking crazy.
That's good.
Probably great. I have a deal with the friend who bought me this that once I play Xenosaga, it'll be around the time that he plays or reads Muv-Love.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
We're
Nice.
in a situation where that'll work out.
It's pretty good.
Muv-Love's fun. I need to get back to that.
Speaking of something you love, talk about Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
Woo!
Yeah! Woohoo! More specifically, Ultimate Martian Manhunter.
No,
That's
that's
not
not
its
what
fucking
it's
name.
called.
Fuck! Absolute
Absolute.
Martian Manhunter.
God,
Jesus Christ.
negative 2 points.
I haven't even read the damn thing, and I'm more equipped to talk about it.
You are on
apparently.
thin
No.
ice, Buckaroo.
I love my favorite Ultimates comic book characters like Superman in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bad
Is that correct? Did I do it right?
Well,
Yeah,
Demon
those are
Teeth,
guys.
you know.
Yeah,
Around.
yeah.
Those are heroes.
They're heroes.
Heroes in a
Heroes in the
half
half shell. Turtle power.
Turtle power. You can tell us both you and James, since both of you read the first issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. DC could have been making good comics this entire time.
And they
That's all I
have
fucking
been.
say. Nah. They haven't been making this. This shit's crazy.
They made Shade the Changing Man.
Which,
That was the 70s.
well,
That's not true. That was
I
like
haven't
the
read it, so I
90s,
don't know if you're
early
lying to me or
90s.
not, is the big
I'm not
thing.
lying to you. I'm telling you the truth.
You're
It's pretty
lying
neat.
to
I've
me.
read a volume of it.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
Nice.
It's got a lot of stuff going on. It's very aesthetically similar.
Yeah. Martial Ultimate. Fuck! Absolute!
Oh my
Martian
god!
Man. Shut up,
You do that-
man!
you
Give me
do
a
that-
sec!
You do that third time, and you're out. You're.
What do you mean I'm
You're
out?
You're out.
Clarify
You're out.
what
Three
that
strikes.
means.
3 strikes.
3 strikes of what?
And you're out.
Oh, come on. No, sir.
You never watch baseball?
You got this. It's been a fucking, decade, but yeah.
Go to your baseball team. Go watch the game. Get a hot dog. Get some peanuts. You'll have a great time.
Okay. Right. Fucking Absolute Martian Manhunter
Jesus
follows
Christ.
our good friend Jones after he nearly gets
John.
blown up. John.
Jones.
John.
John.
Fuck, give me a sec.
Did you even read the comic?
Yes! I had a great time. It's been a long day. John Jones. What?
No,
Laughing
keep going.
at.
Keep going.
John
We
Jones
love you.
nearly blows up. Oh no! He's in the hospital, going through things. His mind's all fucky with it. He's like going through his day, things get worse. They just kind of keep getting worse until the issue ends, and he talks to the alien creature making residence in his brain in between space and maybe time. And it's so cool. The big thing I'd point out here is just the imagery.
It looks
Oh,
so good.
we've all been fucking losing our minds about this comic since it got spoiled sometime last year that it'd be coming out in the Ultimate line.
Like preview, not the
Fucking-
Ultimate Strike 3. You're out. We're moving on.
Okay. No,
we're
what? What the fuck?
No, keep talking. I want to hear more about this.
Chloe's gonna crucify me.
I might crucify you at this rate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Absolute is DC. Ultimate is Marvel.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Absolute Batman.
Yes. You got there.
Did I do it?
Okay, now tell me, which one is Thor?
I mean, Ultimate Thor, right?
Okay, there you go.
You passed it.
You good?
Yes, at the opportunity, the funniest bit ever, but I think it'd kill both of you, so I can't do it. Absolute Martian Manhunter, the imagery is just the best thing ever. It's so pretty. We've all been losing our minds in anticipation since those first fucking covers came out.
The covers do look really sick. One day I might read the book.
You should read the book.
You should read the fucking book, dude.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
I gave it 2 thumbs up as well, plus my feet.
Yeah.
How did you feel about our boy Jones just so desperately wanting to go back to work after nearly dying?
I was like, oh, dude, he's just like me. He's just like me for real. You can't take sick
I need
days.
to know what's
What if he
going on in
needs
his
those?
head so much. Yeah, but what if he needs those?
Yeah, dude. What if he needs to use his fucking annual leave, bro? Like, you can just burn that shit.
Yeah, I feel like the opportunity to do that would be after getting into a horrible accident.
Hey, he's standing. He can go to work, you know?
I really hate how many of my friends have the exact same mindset as you about that. Where I'll be like, you should really take a day off. You're sick. And they're just like, I can stand, I can work. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You don't make
Sleep.
money laying around, buddy.
Tell that to Jeffrey Bezos and Elon Musk.
Well, they're living a different life. they're
That's
not
a life
they're not
we
part
could
of
be
our
living.
reality.
No, they're not. They're not real people.
No.
They're making some real changes, though, which is no good.
Yeah, it's
anyway, I've been rotating this in my brain so much. What do you think of his weird kid?
Yeah, he's seeing things.
He's seeing the
Kids see shit. They get the
inside.
Shining all the time. It happens.
Kids shine sometimes. It's okay.
They got the Shining. You know, it's the Shining of God's lantern.
Isn't it just called The Shine?
No, it's the Shining of God's lantern.
Is that the full title?
That's
of,
what
like,
Mother
Bill
Abigail
Stevens?
calls it in The Stand.
That
Okay.
is true.
Some people are tapped in and they can see the Shining of God's lantern.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fancy.
And then the Shining, you know, it's all connected. The
I wanna see The Shining of
Kingverse.
God's Lantern.
Wait, I finished The Stand.
Yeah, I was really surprised you didn't put that on the docket.
You can't put that on the docket?
We'll talk about it
like,
afterwards.
What's your fucking problem, dude?
I wonder why you didn't talk about that. I guess he just does everything.
I forgot.
I guess you just fucking hate The Stand and content.
You know, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's only one issue out. I like it a lot. I'll talk about the issues as they come out. It's
there's-
a visual marvel.
I was gonna say the stuff that really sticks out to me is like panel layouts and like use of
God.
perspective.
I-
I would probably say it's like from what I've seen of
Mhm.
it, it's a visual detective comic.
Yeah.
Yes. I would
Not
say
a
that.
visual marvel.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Just such a big fan of Ultimate Martian Manhunter.
The thing that really like there's a specific panel that I was starting to rant a bit about that just blew me away where John is like side eyeing his wife and it's the close up on one of his eyes with his sunglasses and you can see her face reflected in the sunglasses. I was losing my damn mind. I find
It's simply so good.
I'm not a huge Martian Manhunter head outside of like I like it when he's around when the Justice League is doing stuff, you know, like I like him, but I've never been compelled to read a Martian Manhunter story. But despite that, I'm having a great time with this one issue that we've got. It's really interesting. It's just gorgeous. Like it looks so good. And the writing is really interesting. John sucks. I think he's a bad guy, probably.
Which I'm so interested in how this is going.
Yeah, he seems kind of shitty. In a way that's really interesting. It's also unclear if his shittiness is because of the Martian. It's probably not, but it could be.
I think it's just because the guy sucks, and I need to know
I think
why.
the guy just sucks. His dad probably walked out on him or something, you know, like it's something like that. But it's good. If you have access to it, if you can go to a comic shop and buy it, I'd say do it. There's a gimmick in it that I love. It's very throwback, like having fun with the technology of printing shit that makes me want to go out and buy a copy because I'm a fucking sucker.
I went to go buy it, and my fucking store was closed like 30 minutes after being open, and I was so mad.
That sucks. I haven't been down to my shop lately, but I might have to pay them a visit sometime soon and get me a copy.
Yours is far away though.
Yeah, I mean it's not close, but I'll make it. Because
I might go again tomorrow.
Yeah, try it, dude. There's gotta be open sometime.
Speaking of Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 1, as of 2 hours ago, you can listen to friend of the pod Chloe and crew talk about it on her new podcast, Tales from the Stack. That episode will probably be pretty damn old by the time this comes out.
You know, I only got 2 podcasts to edit. You know, it's fine.
Can't believe we dated the podcast now. This sucks.
Yeah. Check out Tales from the Stack.
Tales from the Stack, it's good.
My friend made it.
We'll link it again.
But yeah, fuck it. They can't stop us. They've tried, but they will not succeed. We will keep linking their fucking podcast.
You will listen.
You will listen to it. They will get the bog frog bump. Is that all we got to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. You're telling me
pretty
Super RoboFuck.
They tell me Super RoboFuck this war. I have not played much of this yet. As you can tell, none of us have been doing a lot, so I'm really scraping the barrel on this one. But I recently picked up Super Robot War 30.
James, I something really funny when I looked at you writing like you put down Super Robo Wars, and I was like, oh, okay, like I was like, has James just been playing that like steadily in the background,
No.
like, and I just haven't noticed.
I got like
and I
2
looked,
hours maybe.
and I was like, yeah, I was like, well, like like I don't know, like, I haven't played much. I don't know how much I'll be able to talk to him about it. And I look, and I've played more of it than you.
I barely like played like 2 or 3 missions. Simply the reason I wanted to bring this up is one, I have nothing else unless I want to talk about Minecraft again, and I don't want to.
Well, what we got that movie coming out.
My fucking mother, who will be listening to this episode, my fucking mother was like,
Jesus,
"Hey, I know." She said to me, "I have a fun idea." I was like, "What is it, mother?" And she's like, "You'll hate this." I'm like, "Okay, tell me what it is." She's like, "We should see the Minecraft movie together." And I was like, I will not do this thing. I will not watch this fucking movie. And she's like, oh, but it might be fun. And I was like, it will not be fun. It looks awful. It looks ugly.
We'll see a movie with your mom,
I'll go see
dude.
a good movie with my mother.
Yeah, go see Black Bag with your mom.
Yeah, I'll go see Novocaine with my mom.
That'd probably be fun.
People not high on that Novocaine?
I mean, I'm not
very
high on that Novocaine. Novocaine, a movie that I watched, and there was like moments in it that made me like think, and I was like, am I a bad writer? Am I just like a terrible writer? Because I'm like, I hate this, but also I was like, yeah, this sounds like something I would have written at some point.
Oh man,
oh dude!
And I was like, I was like sitting in that theater, just trying not to make a scene. Like, just like
as
just
the world is
your
collapsing in on yourself.
I was like, I'm bad. I'll never do anything with my life.
I think
it's fine. It's like a fine movie.
It's probably fine.
Black Bag better.
Black Bag. I don't think that's showing in
the
my
Lost
theater.
Land's better.
We fucking love Black Bag.
We had a sold out showing of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people love it. The old people love that fucking movie.
Yeah, the old people are gonna save
really
cinema.
Good. And I get it because that movie's really fucking good.
Oh, that's cool. That rocks. I think I was gonna say the last movie me and my mom saw together was fucking Into the Spider-Verse. That's not true. Because we saw Fall Guys last year together, so that was lovely.
Let's go.
Did you know there is an extended cut of Fall Guy?
No. What could there possibly be to add?
I don't know, but it exists. I saw it on the Amazon.
I think that.
Okay, let's talk about Super Robot.
Okay, yeah, yeah, sure. I've played barely anything of this. I just wanted to talk about something that I found really fun about.
All right.
I knew so Super Robot Wars is a SRPG like crossover mecha game. Been going on since like the 90s. It's very famous. It's a whole
been going on
thing.
For over 30 years.
Yeah, over 30 years.
Super Robot Wars 30 is the 30th anniversary game.
Yes, it is not the 30th game. There are more games than that.
There are like 60-something games, I think.
It's absurd. I've never been big on these games because I'm not a big SRPG guy. I just don't gel with them on a lot of levels. But I wanted to try this because I've been on a big mecha kick lately. I thought this would be fun. Little did I know that the show I'm watching right now is one of the starting scenarios, which was extra fun. Gundam Victory. I was like, oh hey, I get to hang out with my good friend Uso.
Nice.
So that's fun. But I have a buddy who's huge on Super Robot Wars. Like that, he's not into mecha. He's into Super Robot Wars. Like that's how it works out for him.
Interesting.
Like not that he dislikes mecha. It's just like he goes in the opposite direction, right? And so he's been telling me about it for years, and so I picked this up. And I knew it was a crossover thing, but the way I thought this would be structured is like there's a robot war, and then like portals open and robots from other shows and things happen, right? Like they come in and they hang out together that way. That is not how the Super Robot Wars is structured. At least this one. I've been told it depends on the game. The way this one is structured is that all of the mecha and robot shit happening is all happening at once. All of these things are concurrent and true and equal to each other, which means that Code Geass happens the same year that Char's counterattack happens within the continuity of Super Robot War 30.
Oh, what?
But like cosmically, it's weird.
It's like in the same like thing. Like the way characters are talking about it is they've experienced both things back to back in their own reality.
That's so strange.
It rules. It's so fun. And like they has this great feature, lovely feature where people when they're talking, sometimes the text is gold and you can click on it. And then that gives you like a lore dump for that thing, that noun or whatever. So which is very useful because they say shit I'm like, I don't know what that is, and it's from a manga or an anime I've never heard of, right?
Yeah, it's from like Majestic Night or something.
Yeah. There's oh my god, I'm doing the tutorial mission right now for some anime from 2013 I had never heard of. I think it might be that. It's like 5 damn robots and it's teens that hate each other piloting the damn robots.
Fucking.
They're ugly as hell. Was the other thing?
Some of the Franks?
No, not
Darling in the Franks has never been in a Super Robot Wars game. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, not Alno Zero or something.
No, not Alno Zero. I would have known these. This is one I had never heard of.
Okay,
it's also. Speaking of things I've never been in a Super Robot Wars, I would kill to have the Knights of Sidonia mechs in this goddamn game.
God, fuck really yeah!
Sick.
I've wanted it ever since I learned about the concept of Super Robot Wars. I was like, well, Knights of Sidonia's got to get in there someday.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Code Geass mechs?
Yeah, dude. Okay. Code Geass happened the same time as Char's counterattack. They're around.
Weird.
Yeah. They're in the trailer, actually. If you go
out.
watch the trailer for this goddamn game, it's in there.
Super Robot War 6.
30. Super Robot War 30.
What? Okay. Where did you get 6
Yeah, I don't know where you got the number 6 from.
I don't know either.
I'm scared. I'm confused.
I'm tired. Help.
Yeah, Code Geass
a new Super Robot Wars game just got announced.
I know why it just got announced. And did you notice this? I only noticed because people pointed it out in the spaces that I'm in. There's no UC Gundam announced for it yet. Only Witch from Mercury.
I did not notice that, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hebe and I were talking, friend of the pod. Hebe and I were talking about the G-Witch inclusion for spiteful reasons.
I mean, yeah. The theory I saw kicked around is apparently there is a controversy with Amura's voice actor. I don't know what that means, but it might be excluded for that reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not.
Yeah, Amura's voice actor got outed for a bunch of stuff.
I know. So I guess.
This trailer is crazy.
Are you just watching the Super
long.
Robo War 30 trailer right now?
Yeah.
It's good.
You said to take a look. This shit's wild.
It's just so many of these damn robots doing their super moves, and I smile every time.
They should do this, but with dragons instead.
Well, there's not that many dragons, unfortunately.
That's not
There's
true
not
at all.
There's not enough dragons.
You need to be put in a house.
There's not enough dragons. There's way more mecha than
there
dragons.
are enough dragons so easily.
Speaking of dragons and mecha, I have a Gundam kit that I found for you. I'm dropping it in the chat right now because I've been looking at Gundam kits for like the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
Here
eBay?
you go.
You're
Yeah,
making yourself sad.
Uh,
like you were last time.
Hey, sometimes it's like that. I've been enjoying just a little bit. I play this game, and yeah, the whole idea of the world is so fun. It's truly. I love these guys just being like, yeah, this thing happened, and then this thing happened. We've had the worst 10 years of our fucking lives because every mecha series ever is happening at the same fucking time, and we hate it.
Oh, this is like really cool Barbados.
Yeah.
It's like when the New 52 happened, and they're like, well, we can't like erase a bunch of stuff that Batman did. So like,
it's the most insane 5 years.
Yeah, it's just take this like year that we've like kind of insinuated is like over a 15-year span and condense it to 5 years, the most action-packed 5 years of all time.
He has to raise 3 different or 4 different children in that time period.
Yeah, and one of them dies.
Jesus
and comes
Christ.
back.
One of them is killed and brought back to life.
That's too much.
It's fun. It's dumb. That's good. A+, Super Robot Wars, super fun. And on the like a gameplay level, again, I'm like basically still in the tutorials. There's nothing really that stuck out to me. It mostly just feels like a strategy RPG. It's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't. doesn't do much for me. I don't have too many opinions. A Majestic Prince is the mecha I was thinking of.
Majestic Prince. I was thinking it's like Knight and Magic is the other one.
Yeah, Knights and Magic. I had seen actually a few episodes of Knights and Magic though. So
that's crazy.
Why?
I
don't know. It was.
I think people like it. I don't really mean to.
No,
I'm sure it's fine.
I watched it purely. I don't know this for sure, but I'm relatively certain. I had watched it because I was like, well, I like mecha, but there's nothing coming out, and I can only watch new things, not old things. So I guess I'll just watch this isekai mecha thing. Like, I don't know.
I guess.
The, like, one season when Hebe and I tried to be seasonal mecha enjoyers. One of the worst. Like, legitimately killed my desire to watch anime for, like, 2 years.
Dude, I get it. Yeah.
Just some of the worst shit you can possibly do to yourself. I didn't even, like, dislike all the shows. There were some of those I actually quite enjoyed. But it's just, like, the ones that were bad were just so bad.
It's like reading comics. Like, you can't...
Oh my god, yeah.
You just can't do it to yourself.
You can't try to keep up with things, just in general. I think it's a bad idea.
If something that delightful comes out and you feel like sticking with it, stick with it. But do not try to keep up with the zeitgeist. It will crush you.
It'll fucking kill you. I'm gonna read every Shonen Jump manga.
Such a bad... Was that was you also.
For like, when they were
that was
releasing
also
a bunch
Red,
of new ones.
to be fair.
Well, I'd just do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
When they were releasing a bunch of new ones for a while, which, I mean, I guess they're still doing.
Yeah, when there was that burst of, like, constantly new stuff happening, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, sure, I can keep up with all these. And then, I'm pretty sure Elusive Samurai really fucking got me, that's one that stuck around.
I don't like Elusive Samurai.
There was another few that I was like, I just don't, like, it would be Sunday, which is when the new chapters would come out on the app. And I would open them up, and I would look at all these new chapters, and I would read a few of them. I'd read Black Clover, I'd read My Hero, I'd read One Piece. I'd look at Elusive Samurai, and I was like, I do not want to read this.
Yeah,
I'll be real. There's currently not a ton that I'm super jazzed about in the main Jump magazine.
Dude, I don't even know what's being published in Jump.
I mean,
I no clue. I'm so disconnected from it.
I mean,
Witch Watch. I like Witch Watch.
Really. Different. I was thinking of a different witch comic. I don't like Witch Watch.
Oh, you think
Ichi the Witch.
Ichi the Witch looks cool.
Has been going really good. I was just like, oh, it's gonna turn some fucking harem horse shit in 4 chapters, and it's just stayed a very compelling shonen.
Hell yeah.
Which has been super nice.
I liked Blue Box. When I was reading Blue Box, I liked that.
So we're 200 chapters in. All right, yeah, crazy, right?
When is the last time I've read a Blue Box chapter? Hold on. I'm only 164 chapters behind.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, nice,
I'm looking at Blue Box right now. What is this?
It's just a manga about like a basketball girl and a badminton boy really make it work. You know?
With a year age gap. It's important.
It's cute. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's like incredibly
like
pleasant.
Really poorly made. That's not true. That's me being hateful.
You're being mean. Oh, Bone Collector. That one fucking destroyed
Bone
me.
Collector dog shit, dude.
One of the worst
what the fuck is
things
Bone
I've
Collector?
Read.
You don't gotta worry about it. It's really bad. It's like
I
one
was
of those...
the last Sayuki stan though. I still
really.
I loved that manga.
But Bone Collector looks kind of cool.
I think that's crazy. The last Sayuki is like so okay.
I loved it. I was like, I want more of this forever, and then it died.
I get it.
My fucking ride or die is High School Family.
Oh, dude,
that's good. One of the things I remember about you. That was like one of the first things I really like seeped into my brain about you was that you're a big High School Family.
Fucking Red, you got me to read that. That shit's so good.
That shit's fucking
wonderful.
gas.
It's so fucking funny.
I gotta reread it. That fucking cat's fucked up. I was genuinely devastated when that got canceled.
Unbelievable.
When are they gonna put
really
a fucking mecha series in Weekly Shonen Jump? Come on.
I'm trying to think. In Shonen
Jump, the fact that it's really hard to draw mechs.
Yeah.
Which is why why you normally see mecha in anime when you can reuse footage.
Yeah. Or you can just use CG for it now.
Yeah.
I got my fuck ass complaint for Blue Box, which result. So I was taking a big dump. I was shitting. I was on the toilet. I've gone to my Jump app to read whatever's coming out because that's how it goes. I'm like, oh, a new blue box. Okay, or 190 chapters in. This was like 2 weeks ago. It was chapter I think 188, and I was like, oh man, the two people who I don't care about. I wonder how they're doing. And then I read the chapter. I'm like, oh, okay. So you may think that 190 chapters for a romance comic in the year 2025 that they might have had their first kiss yet by now.
No, you don't need
Maybe?
that.
No.
Fucking neurodivergent over here. God damn it, man.
No, I really like Urusei Yatsura.
Oh, god damn it!
That's like, Urusei Yatsura is one of my favorite manga of all time.
So you wouldn't have the same complaint that I'm about to
I would
express.
not have the same complaint. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. They almost kiss. Do they do an indirect kiss? Are they freaking out about an indirect kiss? I'd freak out.
So, kind of. It's an intentional kiss over a scarf.
Let's sure, man.
Yeah.
And I just I yelled
Yeah, but
on my
think about
toilet.
how fucking hype it's gonna be.
No, I just at a certain point, my interest. I already don't like reading Blue Box as it comes out. I don't enjoy. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
I'm not gonna right out here. I'm so mad this thing I don't like sucks. I
You've
keep
only
reading
been doing it. You've
I
only
hate
been
that
doing
the
it for
people are
almost
happy.
4 years.
Shut up!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Suck my dick. Alright.
Oh, shit.
Get out!
fuck.
Get
They
out of my
started adding
Discord
the
call.
new chapters of They started adding new chapters of D-Gray, man. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
They weren't doing that for a while. I remember
No.
like reading a bunch of. I remember catching up on the app and then reading a good chunk of them on something else. I mean, not that many. They come out every 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, that's more than no one's.
Do you know?
I
Better
think
than Get a Robo.
I think it might be a bold thing to say that I enjoy reading One Piece week to week. It doesn't really do anything for me.
I don't know if I enjoy reading anything week to week. It's a
I
bad
love-
way. It's a bad way to read things.
Yeah,
I agree.
It takes a.
but
yeah.
I'd offer that Ichi the Witch is so fun every week.
I'm sure.
It's a
He's
good
got
time.
that one girl that looks good.
Oh, she's awesome. She's so fun.
I'm glad you know what I mean, because I think everybody knows this
Yeah.
one if they've read it.
If it was someone else, I'd be confused and possibly concerned. Kagurabachi is still really good.
I'm sure.
Koichi is
That's one that I kind of want to actually check out.
I think you'd really dig it.
Yeah,
It's,
he
probably
fucking
would.
would.
It's got
Parts of
really
it are-
cool swords in it.
it's got really cool swords, dude.
Whoa, this picture is so cool,
Dude, speaking of canceled, this is a wild tangent.
We're off the rail.
that we've
Yeah, we're
gone
going
on.
okay.
crazy. Fuck, we don't have anything
worry
to talk
about it.
about. This one's gonna be a
Yeah, we
loose
don't have
one.
anything
Who
to talk
gives
about.
a
This
shit?
is the-
It's fine.
That's not the girl I'm talking
I
about.
just like
It's
this
not.
picture a lot. It's cool as hell.
That is a
She's
good
also
picture.
very good.
No, so speaking of canceled Shonen Jump series, insane that fucking Black Torch is getting an anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
the canceled,
fuck?
the canceled manga.
The 19 chapter manga.
Like pretty
Which-
mid 19 chapters too.
They
Like,
must
pretty
have signed
mid,
that
but
contract.
also-
They must have signed that contract before it was canceled, right? Like, there's no way.
No,
There's
dude,
no-
it was canceled
no,
years
dude,
ago.
years ago.
I was in high school.
I was a fucking freshman.
Like,
It's like
there's
almost
no
a
way.
decade ago.
It's
Holy
really cool
shit.
looking though. It has really cool art.
It
But now
It does, but-
I'm never going to let the dream of a Siren anime die. I live in that
No,
world.
Okay,
fuck you.
real
No.
that would be so sick, dude. A Siren
I'm
anime
never
in
letting it die.
2025.
God,
Fuck
Siren
yeah.
I'd freak
sucks.
out.
What?
Siren's so good.
Siren-
What is
Yeah,
your
no,
problem,
James hates
James?
me.
Oh, we've talked
James,
about
He got
this.
what
really
is your
mad at me
deal?
because I recommended him Siren one time.
And I read so much of it, I just hit a point where it's like, this is never gonna get good. It's never
still
It got good
happening.
immediately.
You still haven't read Onani Master Kurosawa, James.
I read, no,
Dude,
I read
Onani
part of
Master
it.
Kurosawa
I
is so
read
good.
that. I read part of that.
You didn't finish it.
No, I
Dude,
just kind of got bored.
Speaking of Onani Master, no, the ending's so good though.
Probably I
Really,
didn't get to the ending.
That ending fucks me up. It makes me very upset.
That ending's incredible. It's no Flowers of Evil though. One of the best manga ever made.
James, I did send.
Have you read Flowers of Evil, Ren?
I've started it. Really,
fuck, man.
I got a certain way through and it made me so depressed in high school. I had to take a break.
Dude, I read it my senior year, and I would talk to people about it, and I would tell them, yeah, if I read this like 2 years earlier, I might have killed myself.
Dude, Flowers of Evil is not a comic I was like able to handle in high school.
You know how fucked up I got when he started talking about Bataille?
I can only imagine.
Crazy. I was going insane. The whole dynamic they had reminded me too much of like things going on in my real life, and I really didn't want to deal with that at all. It feels so bad.
It's not. God damn it!
So much.
Also, James, I sent the woman in VC. She's
she's very revolutionary girl coded.
Yeah,
she does look a lot like Anthe.
Yeah, God, she's so cool though. She is
really cool.
She's the most fucked up witch because she has so many fucking like demon creatures she's captured. It's so rad. Oh, such a good comic.
Right, do we have anything else to say about whatever the fuck we're talking about?
Robot Wars 30.
Kagurabachi's great.
I'll read it.
Something fucking Super Robo War, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Robots
fine.
are worse than dragons.
That's pretty
cool.
I've
played worse games, probably. It's better than Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, fucking...
That might be true. I've been thinking about getting into Fire Emblem a lot recently.
I've been thinking about finishing a Fire Emblem game also.
There's an alternate universe where I'm a big Fire Emblem guy, and that universe happens when, as a child, Awakening, I played the demo, right? I really liked it. And so I was like, okay, I'll go to the GameStop and buy it because I have money. And then they didn't have it. It was on pre-order still. It would have been out in like a week. And I was like, well, I want a fucking video game. I'm here to buy a video game. I'll just buy, I don't know, New Super Mario Bros. 2 instead. So I bought that and never looked back.
Oh, dude, I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Damn.
Just because it was like a game, and I liked Mario. Yeah. And I like Mario games even. What a fucking not good game.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's not good.
No, it's not. It's not great.
Before we end this conversation,
yeah,
I want to add one more thing.
Yeah.
New Jump comic that actually is pretty cool so far. Is Star of Beethoven, where Beethoven appears in Japan and teaches a young man who hates piano to love piano again.
I love that. That's good. My favorite type of manga is, let's get really into one thing. Let's get so deep on this one idea and just keep
Okay, so
going.
I have this manga called Onani Master
Fuck off! I have read it!
You haven't finished it!
It's fine. It's kind of boring.
Now that's a guy who fucking masturbates,
got really into one thing, except not really. So
maybe
not really
into
it.
He's just kind of doing
really
it to
hates
do
it. Literally buckets
well, he's
of
doing
cum.
it because somebody's blackmailing him.
Yeah, it's really not great. It did lead to the panel of literally buckets of cum.
Literally buckets of cum. One of the first emotes I ever put on my personal Discord server.
That's a good one. Dude? It's a really good one.
I loved Onani Master Kurosawa in high school.
It's a very well made comic.
It's a very well made comic. All right, are we done?
Literally
with
buckets of cum.
Yeah, I think we can call it there. You want to the stand?
Take it.
All right, yeah. So I've over the course of like, I don't know, like a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe more. I have been listening to
The Stand,
mostly at work when I'm closing. I'll pop in some earbuds. And
you play it over the loudspeaker. People have to hear about the trash can man.
No, there were parts.
Trash can man.
Oh man, trash can man.
You fucking love the trash can man.
Dude, Trash Man is so good.
I do?
The Stand is the, I want to say, 5th novel by Stephen King.
Sounds about right. It's early in his career.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's Carrie, Salem's Lot, and then Rage technically comes out. And then The Shining, and then The Stand. Sometimes right. I think
got a look.
The Stand and Night Shift came out around the same time.
But Night Shift's like a short story collection. Like, that does...
Yeah, it's a short story collection. And I've also already read that one.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll reread that after I read the
I do have a question for you. Yes. Were you listening to the uncut version or the original release?
Is there a cut version of the audiobook?
I do not know. Is the answer.
I do not believe there is one. If there is, I would... If there exists a audiobook version of that condensed version, I would actually be super interested in listening to that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Randall Flagg?
Dude.
Oh,
dude,
boy.
You don't even fucking want to go there.
The Stand.
Think about that guy.
Let me tell you, how much do you know about the Dark Tower?
Well, seemingly, he is involved and is also known as Beelzebub, Anubis, and Nyarlathotep.
He's the walking dude. He's the man in black.
He's the man in black. The man in black flees across the desert, and the gunslinger follows.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
The Stand is the 5th Stephen King book. It is about a super flu wipes out like all of America, basically,
and the world. Like the world is
and
gone.
The world, but like they don't care.
No, that's not really the focus. Also, it only escapes America because America releases it in Europe, so they don't know that America created it.
Jesus Christ!
And it is about 2 different factions trying to start up what are they called? So I don't care.
I was gonna say you're talking about shit that I did not get to, and I was halfway through the book. Like
2 separate. Well, you definitely got to some of it because it's like Mother Abigail.
Yeah, I got to like when things are converging, but they're not like doing anything. They're just trying to get to somewhere. Like that's
yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically about the rebuilding of society, finding people, rebuilding society after this super flu. And some weird stuff starts going on. A bunch of people are having dreams of either or both an elderly black woman who like lives on a farm and is very kind. Her name's Mother Abigail. And a dark, evil, fucked up terror man named Randall Flagg.
Okay, there we go.
And one of them is in Las Vegas. That's Randall Flagg because he's evil, and Las Vegas is an evil, fucked up place.
It's true. It's true. Stephen King's correct.
I can't remember where Mother Abigail is stationed.
It's like in the Midwest. I don't.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
I remember like the description of like where she lives very vividly, like the fields of corn and stuff, and like I remember that.
It is very.
And like nice. Her talking about walking down to her neighbors to kill a chicken. Oh, even though she's like 117 or whatever.
100. I think she's 106.
106. Yeah, oldest woman in America.
Oldest woman in America.
Got a letter from Reagan.
Love it.
Basically about that, some weird kind of metaphysical stuff's going on. Weird shit's happening. It's really fucking long. It took me a long time to get through. I don't 100% know if that length is a good thing.
It's hard to say.
The Stand has basically everything there is to love about Stephen King and everything there is to really fucking hate about Stephen King.
As it goes.
In one massive fucking tome. And it frustrated the shit out of me. A lot of the time. But also, sometimes I'd get, like, that chapter where the guy is stuck in the prison. And he rationed out his food because he could, like, tell that something was coming. So he's, like, lived longer than all these other people who died of the flu and are, like, rotting away in the prison. It's just, like, a really in-depth description of, like, psychosis starting to take over as he gets, like, hungrier and hungrier and, like, eats rats and shit.
Jesus.
That shit's really fucking
so good.
The first time Randall Flagg is like brought up, and they talk about like how his voice is the sound of static and wires going affray, and it's so fucking cool.
It's so cool.
And he's just like chaos incarnate.
I love that when he's first introduced and he's like thinking to himself about all the chaos he's sown. Like he's just like, yeah, I fucked up this radical group, I fucked up this radical group, I was doing this. Like he's just going around thinking like, oh, and he floats.
And then he floats. He loves floating.
And you're like, holy shit, he's magic.
He's fucking magic. Lots of. I also got a lot out of this because there's like a lot of things that would later be put into the Dark Tower. Some obviously like Randall Flagg shows up in several Stephen King books.
Yeah.
Sure.
Most notably, besides the Dark Tower, for me, he is also one of the main villains of Eye of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Which was my first Stephen King book.
Oh.
Yeah. Really cool. Kind of insanely frustrating. One of the things that really annoyed me about The Stand is that there is a lot of gesturing towards the idea that America needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Or that, like, society... Not America, but, like, society needs to change. Because what we've been doing is not good. There's even, like... People will talk about how, Randall Flagg can plant himself in people who are stuck on the old ways because those are his ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really fucking interesting. I don't think Stephen King is cool enough.
No.
Or just I don't think he has the imaginary to imagine what society should look like in his idea, like post America, post like all like capitalism, post all this other bullshit. And the very, very ending of the book kind of touches on that a little bit, like the fact that he kind of can't imagine what that would look like, which is like kind of interesting, but also kind of feels like a cop out in some ways. But like when he like mentions that, it's like so fucking interesting. But then you get all of these like insanely regressive ideas that Stephen King has in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Also like just coming to light. Very, very frustrating. Obviously all the normal shit that you can kind of worry about King. Not the best written women in the world. I do think some of them are actually pretty interesting. I think Franny is good. I think Nancy is pretty interesting for a long time, and then kind of don't really love how her arc turns out. Trash Can Man's wonderful. That's not a woman, but
what's the
Trash Can Man?
The deaf mute fella? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Nick.
I really like Nick.
I love Nick. Nick's incredible.
I love
Nicholas.
Tom is like
Tom's his friend, his mentally challenged.
Which like
friend.
the handling of that is like Jesus. But
yeah, the handling of that is pretty bad.
But I do really like that scene when Tom finds that woman, and like she's like, just so fucking shitty to Tom, like just like a monster, and he's instantly like, okay, I cannot fucking deal with you anymore. Like
I'm not.
Like Tom's my bro. I do not like you, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
heart's in the right place, even if Jesus.
Yeah. I mean that's a lot. That's a lot of the problem with Stephen King, really. Like, every single time Stephen King, like, especially like Mother Abigail being like, literally just the magical black person.
I mean,
trope.
literally magical.
Like, about as like just hard in on that as you can be. And there are attempts at making at doing more like human stuff with it, but it's just like you can't. You're just using the trope.
Yeah.
And you're not, and like you're trying to like add on to it to kind of fix the thing, but like at its core, I don't think you realize that this is like really bad.
Yeah, you're still doing the damn thing. Like, come on,
you're doing the damn thing. I mean, same thing happened in The Shining with
the guy who goes back to save them.
I
can't remember him. I've only seen the movie.
He's like the chef.
No, he's the like guy. It's like the normal keeper.
Yeah, he takes care of the hotel.
Yeah. He's like, who does it during the normal season?
He has The Shining. He's played by Scatman Crothers in the movie. One of my favorite, one of my favorite shots in any movie is
his apartment?
When it goes. It's his apartment when it shows his TV and a big picture of like a naked black man.
I think about that shit
and
all
then
the time.
Reverse shot, and he's laying down, and there's another massive picture of
his apartment rocks.
Oh,
his apartment is so cool. It's so good. It's one of the funniest things ever. It's perfect.
It does directly lead into my least favorite scene in the movie that makes me so upset, where he's just freaking out.
Oh yeah,
getting like psychic visions of the hotel. I hate that so much still.
It's rough.
Scary.
It is scary. Yeah, it sounds really interesting. Sounds really frustrating.
Yeah.
Glad I've read it. It's not one of my favorite Stephen King books. I know it is a lot of people's like number one. A lot of people put it as their number one. Also, maybe I mean I do think this is an unpopular opinion. In general, I don't really think Stephen King's that bad with endings. I don't really think The Stand has like a bad ending necessarily.
That I
think it's set up well.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be like the payoff that people wanted, but like I've read The Dark Tower. I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
I was gonna say I've only it's like the hand of God comes down, right? Like that's literally what happens. Like
that they talk about that as like a positive, but
okay, that's just what I remember hearing.
Do you want me to tell you what happens?
Yeah, okay. I'll read eventually. I'm
spoilers for like the very, very end of The Stand. Trash Can Man brings a fucking unused nuke, and it's just like brings an unused nuke, and it's while like the group from Mother Abigail's faction is being sent, like has been sent to Randall Flagg's faction, and is like kind of like arguing with him or whatever. And Randall Flagg starts to like kind of break down, like his facade is kind of breaking. Yeah. He's becoming more like human. And then when Trash Can Man sees Randall Flagg being like having been like brought down to the stage, starts freaking the fuck out and is like, "What have you done with him? Where is he? Where's Randall Flagg?" And he blows up the fucking and then they talk and then Stu like broke his leg, so they had to leave him behind, not like far off. And he sees the cloud, and he says that it looks like it was planted there by the hand.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
so it's like it's kind of hint like like there's the whole thing. You've listened to Just King things, the idea that evil will eventually destroy itself and like all that bullshit. That happened. I think it's pretty fun overall. I think, and then the very, very ending is that society has basically just fallen and rebuilt itself, and Randall Flagg reestablishes himself as a figure in history. History repeats itself. Bad things happen forever. He likes that idea.
It's something he keeps going back to.
Well, he keeps going back to a lot. All right, but that's it. That's all I got.
Nice.
You guys ready? Ready to talk about?
I am so ready to talk about the fucking Get a Robo.
All right.
Let's go for it.
So I'm going to change things up a little bit.
Ooh.
I don't have a like a mecha history thing so far for this one. Not a ton. I mean, some stuff
there's not
a
huge gap between Shin.
Not a huge gap between these two. I actually don't remember exactly the gap between Shin and Go.
Oh no.
But it doesn't matter that much. Not a ton has happened. I'm pretty sure Ava has come out since then. Gundam Wing had come out since then. Victory Gundam has come out since then. Some other, like, not a ton.
Yeah,
frankly, like, not more Brave series have come out since then. Ava, probably the biggest thing in terms of mecha to have come out since last time, but I don't really think
you don't feel
I don't think at all.
Yeah,
I don't think that Ken Ishikawa is as influenced, or is really at all influenced by Evangelion, like he was by some of the things that had come out between G and Go.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel the need to do that. I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm going to start with the recap.
Okay.
A year has passed, but also 14 years have been rewound. We begin, like always, with the awakening of the Shin Getter before switching to a test run of the Getter G with our three good friends, Ryoma, Hayato, and Benki. Except they aren't our friends. They're secret agents wearing the skin of our friends to sneak into the Institute and kill everyone. But luckily, the actual Getter crew is on their way, and after a hard-fought battle where they go to the Getter Museum to use the original Getters once again, through the sheer force of having piloted Getters before.
Nice. Pretty good.
They overpower the Getter Gs. Another chapter, And through
Whoa.
another chapter, another day, when we see the crew trying to stop something falling from space, which turns out to be the resurrected Emperor Burai, who has been given a new body by a mysterious space force. He's disposed of. Ryoma is testing the Shin and gets sent into a distant future where he comes face to face with the Getter Saint Dragon, who tells him that they will meet far in the future. He wakes up and it turns out that he's been dead for several seconds. Some more general Getter bullshittery goes on, and eventually Benki is absorbed by a black portal with the Getter Dragon and disappears while claiming to see a new world. Hundreds of mechanical beasts burst through, and once the Getter team fights them back, they bear witness to a future freed of Getters, with the incredible Getter Emperor blowing up planets. The Bug Empire, the Bug Empire is here to stop humanity from spreading the will of the Getter. There's an attempt to resurrect.
Learned what their name was.
I don't fucking know.
That's the ones from this are the Bug Empire. There's also. They get renamed to the Andromeda country later.
Okay, yes.
They're the empire that utilized bug mechs.
Yes, I like them. I like them a lot.
They are cool. They're really cool. There is an attempt to resurrect the Getter Dragon and get Benki back. It failed, and Ryoma is traumatized and vows to never again pilot the Shin Getter. Gore returns. Burai returns. Sorta. Satome is not doing well, and has become absolutely obsessed with the dragon to the point he is overloading himself with Getter Rays. Everything that is powered by Getter Rays is going berserk. The Getter Dragon is in a Getter cocoon and sinking underground slowly.
So
Ryoma confronts Satome, but is interrupted by another attack. Ryoma and Hayato hold them back, but are eventually flung forward into the future, and we get to see the Getter Emperor once again. They return to see that while the battle is over, nothing remains, as the Institute has been overwhelmed by the Getter radiation coming off the Getter Robo cocoon. And only Ryoma and Hayato remain.
It's good.
So this was 1 year post-G and 14 years pre-Go.
Yes. Yes, within the internal chronology, which I will say, because I think we talked about that in the compilation, and people will recommend you read Shin before Go.
It's not even in the compilation.
That's great.
I think it's literally just because stuff like Mal and Annual sees that Shin is a sequel.
Yeah.
It's like, a year after G, and it's like, well, that's where you should go. And it's like, well, it spoils so much.
Yeah,
of
like
Go.
I will say I was having a moment of doubt though, because stylistically, Shin looks closer. Like the way characters are drawn is way more cartoony than in Go. Like the characters just look like cartoons a lot more in a way that felt older to me.
Yes.
So I did have a brief moment of like, Seth right about this? I double checked. I was like, no, Seth is right. He just is drawing differently. Okay.
He is just another shift in.
I will say, I think Shin is probably my favorite of all the Getter things we read. I love it.
Interesting.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna also recap.
Yeah, get on
real quick. 10 years have passed since the sacrifice of Go, Ryoma, and Tahir. A character that we never talked about last episode.
Who?
By the way? Tahir, the, monk dude.
Oh, yeah, we never talked about Tahir!
We never talked about him. The monk who, feels the Getter Rays.
That guy's a little freak. I liked him.
He is a little freak. He, doesn't do a lot, but, it's kind of weird that we just
he's just, around.
Hayato runs the Institute, and they're under attack and contemplate launching the new Getter Robo Arc, but it's lacking pilots. Luckily, a plucky young man named Takuma saves the day with a fallen Getter unit that he hijacked with his friend Baku.
Love Baku.
We learn that Takuma is Ryuma's son, and Baku is Tahir's brother. We also get introduced to Kamui Sho, who is half human and half dinosaur. No relation to Sho, as far as I'm aware. I don't know if that was something that he was eventually going to film, but
it's not there.
No,
don't even ask.
Some normal monster of a week Getter shit goes on, and we eventually learn that there has been an alliance made between the dinosaur empire and the humans. Kamui begins to struggle with his place in this whole political makeup, and we learn that his father was the Emperor Gore. The dinosaurs have invented the Gettersaurus.
God, he rules. Yes. It's so cool.
The Gettersaurus is so
Give
cool.
that fucker a tail.
And eventually, the crew is transported to the future where the Andromeda country and humanity are waging war. The humans are using machines made from the fragments of the Getter Emperor and are led by a clone of Musashi, whose whole deal makes me insanely sad. Kamui has a growing hatred of the Getter and humanity, seeing that they are only around to conquer and destroy. He's approaching the remnants of the Hyaki Empire and given the plans for a super robot called Bug. After dealing with the Andromeda country, the crew is sent back to their time through like Slicer 1 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
A wormhole, more or less.
It's Stalker 1. It's the Zone.
Stalker
It's like
1.
explicitly compared to the Zone.
That fucking rocks.
It's really
Kamui begins a coup against his brother, the current sitting emperor of the Dinosaur Empire, and begins his attack on humanity. He wields the previously mentioned super robot Bug and is confronted by Takuma in a beat-up arc. They yell about their respective causes before preparing to take each other on. As Takuma revs up the fight, this seemingly unwinnable battle, we see the Getter Dragon has awoken behind him. 3 years later, Ken Ishikawa would pass away from acute heart failure after the cancellation of Super Robot Magazine, which ended Get a Robo Arc on a hiatus, which never got to resolve.
So sad.
And that's where we are now. I was kind of shocked that neither of you knew that Getter... I was very intentionally not bringing it up, but I kind of assumed that one of you would have figured it out at this point.
No!
Would have, heard about that. Because that's something I knew going.
I had no fucking
I knew
clue
that Get a
this
Robo
thing
was
was unfinished. I read it. I was like, wait, what? No, that can't be. I have to know what happened. What's up with Getter Emperor? This can't be.
Man. Getter Dragon was supposed to come back.
It did.
He came back and then the series ended. He didn't get to do anything.
And then the magazine got canceled, and then Ken Ishikawa fucking died.
God damn it.
I was reading Shin Getter, right? And I had this thought where I was like, I don't understand why we don't get one of these every 3 years. I feel like Getter would be a great series. Every few years, get fucking Ultraman, fucking Mazinger. We just get a new one, and it's not very good, but everyone's happy about it. And then we get to the ending of Arc, and I'm like, well, this is why. This is why we don't get one of these every year. Yeah. Because there's no ending. There's no conclusion. There's no resolution.
Shit don't stop.
And I'm losing my mind now. Because I will never stop thinking about the Getter Emperor.
Let me tell you, getting to that final page does not hurt any less the second time.
Oh, man.
It still felt so bad. So I was like, fuck, it's so interesting and cool. And he's setting up so many interesting ideas.
I'm like, where is this going?
Yes!
Ken, how do you feel about the Getter race? It's just, I'm starting to think maybe they're evil.
It's so interesting.
Maybe human expansion is inherently a problem.
His thoughts. Right, I'm so interested in them.
Let's talk about Shin Getter.
I love Shin Getter.
As far as I know, there's not a ton of information about what Ken Ishikawa was up to around this time. Really, which is sad. I believe he penned his own sequel to Maju Sensen, which was another canceled series that he did, which is his take on Devilman, which I talked about before. Which that initial run ended on a cliffhanger, and then he did a sequel, which has never been translated. Very sad. I don't even think you can find scans of it raw anywhere.
Damn,
that sucks.
Dude, being an English language Ken Ishikawa fan is suffering. It's really bad out here.
It's so fucked up. Everyone's been talking about this guy.
It's really frustrating.
So what did you guys think of Shin Getter Robo?
I loved it. Like I said, I think this is my favorite. I like the way the Getter looks in this the most. It has probably my favorite design. I like the story and a lot. That all the characters know each other now, and they just get to bounce off each other is the thing. That's the thing with Arc was really bothering me. Is you have to spend 5 chapters of these characters arguing and getting to know each other. I'm like, no, just let me hang out with these characters and do stuff together. I really appreciated that. I like the expansion of the lab and everything. Hayato is not always in the mech. Sometimes it's some other guy, Yeah, Benkei's
they're,
not
like,
always in the
testing
mech.
shit
You know,
out.
like it's interesting. I like that.
I like that Benkei still doesn't have an actual uniform.
Yeah.
He, like, when he pilots the Getter 3, he is still just wearing, like, umpire.
Yeah, he's just like a guy still. Which is good. That's fun. I don't know. That's fun. They also fucking hate Benkei. It's
fun.
weird. I didn't understand what was going on there when they were being really mean to Benkei.
Who fucking
I like that they're being
man?
real. I think they're just teasing him.
It was
a little
unclear.
bit.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, they're just
teasing him a
fucking
little
with
bit,
him.
and then
they kept going.
and then he started singing the 74
yeah.
Get a Robo opening.
Which that's good.
Which I could hear in my
You
my
felt it in your
eye.
heart and soul.
I did. He was like, "Gone." I was like, yeah, yeah. That's a good shit. I'm home.
And then he's
Oh.
dead, kind of.
And then he dies. Sort of.
He's damned to hell.
Ren, what did you think?
I mean, Shin, wasn't as high on his arc. I'll be real.
I think Arc is my favorite now.
It's my favorite of all the Getters we've read.
Rereading
The second
it, I
half
was
of
like
it is
really taken by it.
outstanding. Like, I 100% get it. Yeah.
I like it. Reading Arc, I was like, just the entire time, I was just hit with such intense sadness because I was like, imagine if he got to keep doing shit like this.
Yeah.
Man, like he's like it's so foreign, like he's so like in his bag. Yeah, I like Shin. I like Shin a lot. I definitely understand why it would be your favorite. I would definitely we'll get more into this later because I've got a few segments.
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah, there's one of these segments I looked at and it like activated my brain cells, so I'm excited to get to that one.
I've had this meta read in my head for like a year, and I'm actually even more convinced of it.
I think I see the vision. I think you're correct without even hearing about it.
But I do really love this kind of like shift to more like aggressively more like horror focus. I mean, it's a little bit in Go. I mean, it's kind of throughout this whole thing. But just like in Shin, how truly overwhelmingly terrifying some of this shit is.
I love, especially in Shin, like the Getter Robo is evil. like
Yes.
it's a devil
Which is
man.
fascinating.
Everybody
Yeah.
fucking is like, this thing is fucked up. We don't like it, but we have to
Realman
keep using
is so
it.
traumatized by it that he's like, I'm never gonna fucking pilot this thing again. I don't want it. He freaks the fuck out. He's going around punching dinosaurs.
He'd rather punch a
fuck
dinosaur
dinosaurs.
than get the big ass robot ever again. Like,
I got thoughts on fucking Devilman and Get a Robo Arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, yeah,
100%. I mean, the arc
100%.
is
I'm
a devil
always,
man.
like, struck.
Look at it. Like,
Yeah, that is a
Yes!
Devilman ass
like
design.
it's got the fucking wings on its
so
head. Like,
cool.
come on.
It's so cool.
The fucking Crybaby opening played in my head for a second just automatically. I was like, what the fuck was that?
It's got the big ass
What's this
mouth.
guy?
I mean, come on.
Shit's just cool.
Yeah.
Shit is so
This is also where, like, you know, most of the... Because we get, like, little hints at stuff with, you know, the Getters being alive,
Mhm.
all this other shit. Obviously, a lot of Getter Robo Go, the ending, is about this.
Fuck
But
yeah, it is.
seeing how fucking evil
Yeah.
and scary this shit is. Which, again, we got a little bit of that in... at the end of Go.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
we really get to see that. It
Yeah, I love that,
kills
how much Shin and
many,
Arc just
many
cashed that
people.
out.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
It's like, yeah, this shit
Fucking
sucks.
sick.
We're all so scared. It's got eyes now. It has eyes. It has intentionality, dude. Like,
Yeah, when it after, you know, because for we kind of Arc doesn't do this, but Get a Robo G, Get a Robo Go, and Shin all start with like the testing of a new Getter. And then in this one, when it's just like when it immediately focuses on, it opens its eyes and like, looks at you.
that ain't right. That ain't
It's
good.
It's-
Good.
It may not be right, but it's fucking good though.
It's really
That
good.
shit's
The
good.
problem is, it is that good.
Yeah, that's the issue here.
I'm so sad.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting. I think Shin Getter is fascinating. I kind of feel bad when people read it beforehand because I'm like, you're spoiling
You're doing a
yourself.
huge disservice to yourself. Yeah, like
You're gonna immediately be entirely untrusting of this stuff, which I mean, like, you know, normal reaction, but
I think it goes to show how my brain works, but the moment that the getter like opened its eyes, I was like, it's a creature. I was instantly more pulled in.
You're like, oh my god, it's an animal. I can like this thing.
It's an animal, not the cruelty of artifice.
It's no robot. It's a critter.
I don't know. I look at the Getter Robo and I see a friend.
You know what? I look at the Getter Robo, I see a friend. I look at the Getter Dragon, I see a friend. I look at the Shin Getter Robo, and I see a threat.
I don't know about that one anymore.
Well, yeah, not anymore. Not after what it does. But up until that point, that's a friend.
The Arc, though? The Arc? That's a good
No, the Arc is also an enemy. To not be
an enemy, but it's a cool enemy.
It looks at me and my prey instincts can.
Yeah, I'm like no. I run away, start scurrying. Like no, I can't be around that thing.
It gets to be my friend because it's an enemy to reality and mankind.
It's gonna irradiate me, and I'm gonna evolve, and I don't like
it's
it.
Using us.
I'm gonna evolve and turn into a creature.
Right, you guys wanna? Let's just open it up too. Also,
yeah.
Just let's start properly going around. Get a Robo Arc.
Arc's good. Shin sets up a lot of like the weird out there shit I was like, oh, this is good, and then Arc again starts cashing it out, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, the Getter Emperor is so scary,
crazy,
so cool.
The Getter Emperor is fucking terrifying. I also like forgot how little of the Getter Emperor is like ever explained.
Oh. Yeah,
I lost my mind when the visions are happening in Shin. And you just see like the face. I was like, holy fuck, it's the Getter and he's massive now. Oh no.
Huge. Yeah, the Getter Emperor is like
planet size.
It's planet size. It is like basically the most evolved form of the Getter. Like that is what
is the apex.
The apex of the Getter. And then at some point in like I believe when they go into the future, it's like 750 years in the future or something. Like it is like a ridiculous amount of time later. And they're using like fragments of it because it's so fucking big, and each like part of it has the ability to destroy planets. And
because that's how you see the Getter combine and crush a planet just combining. Like it's so fucked up. And then
it's fucking scary.
And then in Arc you learn that it is cloning our friends and using them somehow.
It is,
which is good.
I don't really like.
Don't know what to do with that.
I think like it's not the hardest thing in the world to read Getter as like a very conservative work, and I do think like that's definitely in there. There's definitely like some stand your ground kind of Japanese Defense Force kind of deal in there. But also, I've heard. I know people have lobbed the accusation, and I do think this is true, that the Musashi death is kamikaze worship.
Okay.
And that is, it's very like idealizing the being a kamikaze, which obviously has
there's a lot
historical significance. And I think the way that Getter Robo Arc like reutilizes Musashi as this like mouthpiece for expansionism and domination and like nationalism.
It's compelling.
Nationalism, but like on like a planetary scale, like humanity, whatever. Is so interesting and effective, and just like so like deeply it just makes me so unhappy the entire time. I'm like, that is not
That's not him. How dare you? Yeah. Like,
how dare you?
He would never.
Like, he would never, squint at the camera and say, the peak of human evolution is galactic domination.
He would never gleefully explain to me the orbital strike cannon that does not kill immediately a society, but slowly kills them, so they're too weak to fight back and never have a chance. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, shit's not ideal.
I just like the where this was going is just so interesting, and I'm just so sad. So we're never going to get to see it actually play out.
And so the Musashi thing, right? Like, he's in this, he's like a clone, and he dies, and he gets brought back again, and it's disturbing. Like, it's very upsetting to see this sequence happen.
It's very upsetting, but it's also is very funny when he's like, "I won't make the same mistake that guy did."
That's Musashi. But like, because of my specific like brain damage and brain worms, and like my interests. I read like that, like he dies, he comes back, and he's like, everything's great, and I'm like, this is a criticism of like the fan base. This is a criticism of like the people who cannot let these characters go and keep bringing them back, and it's consuming culture and the world. Like that is like, again, that's just my specific brain worms. I think.
Yeah,
really...
I can definitely see that. Yeah. There's like this worship towards like the older. because I have no idea how popular, later parts of Getter were.
It's hard to say.
Obviously they were popular enough to
keep happening,
getting made.
It just kept coming out, dude.
But not popular enough to save a failing magazine.
Yeah, not popular enough to save Super Robot Magazine from cancellation, or popular enough to like get
picked up,
get made again. Yeah, picked up in another magazine over 3 years before Ken Ishikawa passed away. So I don't know. There might be something there. There's not a ton of information about Ken Ishikawa or Getter Robot like culturally, at least like manga wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's interesting because like the Getter Robo OVAs like don't really bring Musashi back ever. Like that is something that I don't think at least none of the OVAs ever do. Which I think is smart.
Yeah.
I think that's good. There are one of them kind of like fuses all of the Getter 3 pilots into one character, basically. Which is pretty good.
Okay.
There was like, it's just a new guy who kind of has the personality traits from each of them a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting. It is strange. That's a good OVA, though. Kamui's cool.
Kamui's so cool.
Kamui's really good.
I really like him.
I like what Baku doesn't get a lot. I like
him a lot. I wanted more Baku.
I want more Baku.
Kamui was my favorite.
I like that he's like tall also. Like, well, not they're usually not tall, you know? I'm like, this guy's tall.
Yeah, they're not tall. They're normally short and round, but he's tall enough.
Yeah. And he's like lightly psychic, which is funny.
Yeah, lightly psychic. Yes. Not as psychic as his brother.
No. His brother's fucking crazy.
His brother's like the Messiah.
Basically.
Like,
yes.
Can you tell me, I don't know if this is the place for it, Seth. Can you tell me about the 2021 Getter Robo Arc anime?
Yeah, I'll just kind of, I didn't put these in order.
Okay.
I'll just kind of like generally talk about like where to go from here if you want Getter Robo in your life. In 2021, which let me tell you, crazy thing to see announced. After finishing Getter Robo Arc.
Yeah.
In 2021, there was a Getter Robo Arc adaptation. I think by Studio B Train. What's their name?
B Media and Studio Cat.
B Media.
B Studio A Cat.
B Media, I believe, is the company that.
Wow, they don't do a lot.
They don't.
The last thing before this was Cyborg 009 versus Devilman in 2015. Then before that, 2009, Moz Edition.
Can you do me a favor? Yeah. Can you click on either Cyborg 009 versus Devilman or Getter Robo Arc and tell me who directs it?
Yeah. Director of Devilman 09.
It's the same as
I
know that.
Like Jun Kawagoe, I think. Yeah,
Jun Kawagoe. Who is also...
There's a lot of Anpa Man.
Yeah, he does a lot of Anpa Man. He also has been doing all of the Getter Robo OVAs since Imagawa left 3 episodes into Shin Getter Robo. Or Getter Robo Armageddon. Getter Robo Arc comes out, and obviously the thought on every fan's mind is, so are they going to add anything?
Yeah, there's not...
the ending?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes and no.
Okay.
there is there was like a rumor going around, I remember, that like it's going to have like a proper ending, and that ending was penned by Go Nagai, and I was like, I kind of doubted that at the time, and I don't really want that.
I mean,
it'd be
I don't
crazy.
really want Go Nagai. I like Go Nagai manga. I don't really want him. I don't want
this ain't his thing.
Yeah, not his thing.
We
I don't think he would. I don't even think he would want to. I mean, he was best friends with Kenny Shiko. I feel like he just kind of
unless something I was thinking about is I was wondering if Ken left notes like on how the story would have ended.
There, I'll not as far as I'm aware, but there I'll talk about it in a moment. So Get a Robo Arc ends is mostly like a pretty okay anime. It's a little bit low rent. It's a little bit choppy.
It's 2021.
I know the Blu-ray.
There were some issues.
It's 2021, and it's a fucking Get a Robo Arc anime. Like, it's not like it has the most money in the world. I do know that the Blu-ray, the Blu-ray kind of fixes up some of the like weirder bits.
As is tradition.
Overall, it's like a pretty solid, good watch. Especially you've read the manga, like it's fun to see these characters like in motion. It's fun to hear these characters, and just see some of that shit actually moving. I think like all of the mechs are done with CG, and I actually think they're not that bad.
That's good.
Some of the fights are actually pretty solid.
I was looking at some pictures of it. I was not certain if they were CG or not. So A+. Like,
yeah, they are CG. They're like cell shaded CG. Like they look solid. Most of the added material is just kind of expanding that final chapter. We get more of the coup from Kamui. We get like a proper send off to Hayato, which is really nice.
He definitely he's a little underserved, isn't he? I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he's pretty underserved. He gets like a whole he gets like some scenes in the final episode of the Arc anime, which are very nice.
Like how fucking old he is in this one. Also, like you see the wrinkles on his face, like he's aged. I like that.
Yeah, he's an old man,
ancient.
And then there's like it basically just ends exactly the same place, but there is an after credits scene basically that is more or less just like and the adventure continues.
Okay,
hey, it works out.
Yeah,
like we figure it out, I guess. Which that's as good as we're ever gonna get.
A little harrowing to consider with like the implication of the Getter Emperor,
given everything that's going on.
I don't know if I wanted the
adventure
to continue.
Yeah, but it's best we're ever gonna get. Other things that you could do is like the Getter Robo anime are kind of their own thing. They're like worth engaging.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Armageddon right now. I'm like, I got Armageddon's watch that
great.
Shit.
All of the OVAs are great. Armageddon is incredible. Armageddon fucking rules. Is kind of an amalgamation of a. We do. Armageddon is its own thing. All of the OVAs, Armageddon, Neo Getter versus Shin Getter, and New Getter Robo are all their own story, like kind of separate from everything. Armageddon takes a lot of ideas from Go and Shin.
Okay.
Arc hadn't come out yet when Armageddon was being made. And basically just like takes place like the world is fucking ending. Satome has been killed. Ryoma is blamed for his death. Go is like a fucking test tube baby that is born from the Getter race. Which kind of, comes up. And we didn't really talk about this, but Takuma, who I think is actually a really good Getter 1 pilot, by the way. I think he's really
fun. I like him a lot.
Is born of the Getter rays.
Which is awesome.
That's cool.
He's the Getter Ray's chosen son.
That's so cool. Such a cool thing to say.
Dude, it's so hard. It's hard as fuck.
It's so sick. Getter Robo Armageddon is incredible. It's like the one that people know. If you know Getter Robo and you're from the West, you probably know it because of Getter Robo.
Okay. It does seem like the time period lines up for that to hit big.
Yeah. That's where the most popular song from the Getter Robo franchise, Heats, comes from, which is a fucking banger. The next one is Neo Getter versus Shin Getter, which is like a 4-episode, mostly action-packed OVA. Very, very fun. Has some fan service, like a character, an American cowboy character who pilots like a cowboy mech.
Fuck yes!
Is there? I fucking love him. He's fucking awesome. Fuck, what is his name?
Cowboy Steve.
Let me find one. Jack King.
Oh, that's cool.
Who pilots the American super robot Texas Mac.
Texas Mac
with his wife.
Good name.
And it fucking rules. It's fucking incredible.
I'm looking at
that's
Texas Mac right now.
Texas Mac is sick as hell in Shin Getter versus.
I mean, it's a frill.
It's cool.
God.
Just a really like nice OVA. Nothing, you turn your brain off for a little bit, as much as I hate that term. But like, it's something you put on, you're having a good time, you're watching your dudes.
You're enjoying your friends doing the damn thing.
Yeah, you're enjoying your friends doing the damn thing. And then there's Shin Getter Robo, which came out in 2004. So a little bit after Getter Robo Arc ended, and is kind of a like love letter to not only the Getter Robo franchise, but also a bunch of Kenny Ishikawa.
Okay.
It has a really, really fun twist on the formula that I don't really want to spoil.
It's only 13 episodes.
It's my personal. It's only 13 episodes. Armageddon is also only 13 episodes. Neo Getter vs. Shin Getter is 4 episodes. New Getter Robo is also only 13. It's my personal favorite out of the 3 OVAs. I think it's incredible. Other things that you could check out is there's a bunch of fucking spin-off manga. Not all of them are translated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at this Devolution or De-Evolution. I'm just looking at that
De-Evolution, the only Getter Robo manga that has ever been published in English. I own it all. That has a team on it, which I am trying to remember their deal because they did something else. They're like
people. They're not the people who did Ultraman, is it?
It is the people who did Ultraman, who did the Ultraman manga. Oh. And also Kuragage no
they betrayed their chosen path. They were supposed to do a Robot K manga that never came out outside of a teaser image, and they did the fucking Ultraman thing instead. I'm not mad about
it. That's so sad. Getter Robo De-Evolution is also... No, I don't... I think Getter Robo High is technically the newest Getter Robo spinoff. De-Evolution is interesting. I think it's worth a read. I'm not huge on some of the stuff it does at the end. I think it is definitely taking it's kind of weird because it's like eating itself in a way where it's kind of taking a bunch of inspiration from Gurren Lagann.
Okay, yeah.
In ways that I think are weird. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of it. I think it's pretty cool though. It's definitely worth a read personally. I think so.
Nice.
It's kind of like it starts out as kind of just like a modernized, updated version of Getter Robo, and then kind of turns into something else.
Nice.
You could also potentially there's the Getter Robo anthology manga, which is just a bunch of different mangaka doing one shots. Set in the Getter Robo.
I love that. That's my favorite thing that something can do.
It's very, very fun. I mean, obviously some are better than others. There's a Go Guy one shot. So if you ever want to see what that's like,
I bet it's normal chill.
If I'm remembering correctly, it is about there's a woman piloting a Getter, and then it turns out that she's evil.
Yep. Kill myself.
There he is. He's doing his thing
every fucking time.
There is a Gisho Getter Robo Darkness, which is the edgiest shit of all time. This is one of the only ones that I have started, and I just I could not.
Yeah, just did not do it for you.
It is repugnant,
offensive. It's
it is just deeply unpleasant to look at.
Apocrypha Getter Robo Darkness.
Yeah, don't love it. But you can do it. I don't even really remember the vibe of it. I didn't really want to remember it that much. There's Dino
what a
Getter.
Fucking name.
There's Dino Getter, which you know.
Hey.
Dino Getter.
You just said something very important.
It's kind of it's just kind of going over the fight between, the Getter team and the Dinosaur Empire, but it introduces the Dino Getter. It's very quick. It's only 8 chapters, and it's mostly action. Pretty good.
That's a good looking Getter too. Fuck.
It's fucking cool. And then the other translated one, which this is actually of interest, with what you said earlier, James, was did he leave any notes? Getter Robo Hien, the Earth Suicide, which is supposed to is based on notes left by Ken Ishikawa.
Interesting.
About a series that he was going to do, which took place between Go and Arc.
Okay.
Kind of fill in some of those gaps. I would need to reread it. I remember not being amazed by it.
I must admit the art style is not exactly to my taste.
Yeah, the art style is very, very different from what I really
very
want out of Getter Robo.
shonen manga in a way that doesn't really do it for me.
Not exactly my favorite. It's got some interesting ideas. I might reread it. I know some people who are pretty big fans of it. It's definitely worth a go, especially if you just are like, well, this is based on... it's based on some notes. It's the closest thing we'll ever get to more proper Getter Robo. It doesn't quite fit in there correctly, but you can see. Yes,
I took a look at a Getter Robo Apocalypse Getter Robo Darkness.
Yeah,
this shit sucks.
It's really ugly. It's really gross. There's a lot of assault in it.
Cool, nice. That's what I want. Cool.
Sexual assault. Yeah, that's what you want. It just
cool. It just starts with rape. It's really,
it's very bad. Don't recommend it. It's just relentlessly edgy in a way that is I like me some.
Oh
edge,
yeah, we all do. We're sickos for that shit.
We all like ourselves some edge, but it's just it's gross. It's
the same type of edge as fucking Ubel Blast that you look at in fucking middle school and be like, yeah, this or Ubel Blot, just the worst.
That fantasy one.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
Yeah, not a fan. But that's kind of all you got.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Where to go from there?
What a bummer.
There's also Getter Robo High, which I believe was drawn by somebody who does really crazy fucking robot themed porn.
Yeah,
sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Now we're
has
talking.
Never been fully translated. Never been fully translated.
Wow, that is an insane cover on Analyst.
Really
whoa.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a hand?
I don't know.
Dino Getter is so slick.
Yeah, Dino Getter's really cool.
What a design.
But yeah, that's kind of it in terms of the Getter Robo media.
Fucking tragedy that he died so suddenly.
Died. Right when I think he was, about to do truly really, really interesting things with this year. Not that I don't think he has been doing them for a long time.
Doing the kind of shit that makes you go, you ever fucking read this, guys? You gotta check this out. You're not gonna expect.
You ever really get into art?
I'm like,
I think there's room for so much more that was left untapped because of his really tragic passing.
Yeah. There's a ton of potential left in there, and it's sad. And I don't know. I've got a lot of feelings. I think it's kind of, this is cope. I do think it is kind of beautiful in a weird, fucked up way that the final chapter of Getter Robo is called The Endless Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something there.
It hits a little weird. It's a little strange. A little melancholy.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Is there anything more human than leaving one's life work unfinished?
I thought you were going to say, is there anything more human than fighting a fucking lizard till you die?
Semper Fi. You guys ready for my
figured-
meta read on Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I am
God.
deeply
I'm not.
curious, actually.
Cause I don't. So basically, spoilers for Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. For at least one of the big things. So obviously, like one of the things that people know about Getter Robo and has maybe been oversold
Mm-hmm.
is massive influence on Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm. Which I was feeling definitely the most in these last two things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
definitely.
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh, okay, I see it.
Transcending
Yeah, you
reality and a
there-
fight for what it means to be human.
Yeah.
Especially like with some like the plot points of Arc,
Mm-hmm.
and like how the Dinosaur Empire and
Mm-hmm.
humanity.
I was
kinda-
thinking a lot
like,
about. I mean, Getter Rays and Spiral Energy, like those two, like line
Yeah,
up super
it's like-
cleanly. Like,
Yeah. I mean that's like basically the Spiral and Anti-Spiral are like in this.
yeah,
comic.
like that's what it feels like.
Yes.
The end of Arc is setting up, right? Like,
yeah.
Awesome.
the lizards have to dominate humanity, otherwise the Getter Emperor is gonna happen, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
it feels like.
That's how it goes. They need to stop evolution because humanity has gone too far, which is like literally
Literally, yeah.
Anti-Spiral.
That's what that
Um,
that damn shit's about. Yeah,
That's what it is.
except
My meta read on Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is I think that Kamina is Ken Ishikawa.
okay.
I think that is like a standard because I remember I thought about this a lot, especially when I went to go see it, see the
Mhm.
movie last year. There was like an interview with Ichi and I can't remember, somebody else was there. It wasn't the writer. I think it was one of the animators or one of the concepts. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But it was mostly Ichi talking. Where he was like, yeah, where basically he started working on Gurren Lagann after the death of Ken Ishikawa,
Mhm.
and he had like so many emotions about like what that meant for him, and it kind of made him like push himself to like make this thing that he's like, I can only make this right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
I can only make this series when I am when this crew is like at this specific age, when we have this specific like fire in our blood. And I don't know, just something about like Kamina being this like larger than life figure who is cut down like far too soon into his life, and then like trying to like deal with that and move past that, which is like what, you know, moving further beyond, like that's what Gurren Lagann is about moving beyond the previous generation, and also like having in your head that like the next generation is going to move beyond you can push them so far, but eventually you need to let them do their thing, and that's my like this is also half spurred on because of some stuff on Twitter that I don't really want to get into, where people have made some claims that Gurren Lagann is like kind of a condemnation or indictment of Getter Robo and Ken Ishikawa, which I just think is like you can read it as that or whatever, but I think claiming that as like fact, as like that was the intention of the series, like from Ichi and crew, is like just like delusional on a very like.
I will say, you know, if we map on like what's happening in Arc and the Getter Emperor and everything onto Gurren Lagann, it does make me feel weird about that show in a weird way of like, should we go that far? Like, should we?
I
be
definitely
doing,
think
like should we go past the Getter Emperor, because the Getter Emperor's evil, like, and we are.
Yeah,
it's a fucked up thing. It's
we're going beyond it.
I definitely like. Something like I mean I don't really
and
think
I don't
like,
think that's like a productive
is
way to think. I think that is like
doing that. I also don't really I do think there has been an overstatement of how much like Gurren Lagann is influenced by Getter. Like I definitely think it's in there, but I don't think like people really act like it's like the one thing to unlock
the one
Tengen Toppa
obviously
Gurren
the one
Lagann.
thing to unlock
And it's
Gurren
like,
Lagann is watching Die
figured it
Buster.
out.
Like that's
Yo,
I don't know.
you watch Gunbuster and Die Buster, you read Ashido no Jo.
You're like, oh, this is where this is all. That was
You read some. You watch a bunch of stuff. You watch some fucking like Beast Wars or
God,
whatever.
yeah, watch Beast Wars. Go do that.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I mean, that's the influence on Gurren Lagann is what brought me to Getter. That's how I got there, because I had heard about it because of this. And I don't know, like I thinking of Kamina as Ken Ishikawa and like kind of just like dealing with like the passing of this mentor figure.
Is that why you were crying the whole time you watched that fucking movie?
No, I was crying because it's like one of the most. I was crying because it's one of the most beautiful life affirming things that there's ever been.
Oh, this fucking guy and his robots. God damn it!
It's hard to deny them.
Like I just remember watching that movie, and I was like I was calming down a little bit, and then the opening starts playing, which is like the most the fucking coolest thing you can do in like any show ever is during the final battle, like
especially when the opening theme is that good. Like, goddamn,
is that good? And you just started like sobbing again, like just like I was just, and not like sad. I was just
overwhelmed.
Like, I was just feeling
emotion.
So much.
Yeah,
I was just overflowing with emotion. It's great. It's lovely. It's one of my favorite things.
It's good.
I love Getter Robo. Was happy and excited to share that with you guys.
I'm very happy you share it. It's only Getter Robo before this had lived in my brain as like that thing that came out like near Mazinger and is not something that I know anything about. Like that's all I knew about it. Also, we didn't talk about it, but there is a Mazinger chapter in the middle of
Arc.
Did you guys
fuck?
I read it because I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll read Mazinger. I also expected the Getter Robo to show up. Like I thought they would like hang out. So I was like, oh cool, they get to meet. And no, it's just like a nice chapter of Mazinger.
Yeah, it just does the thing. Cross Mazinger. Definitely
just
a
cool
better,
as fuck.
Better Mazinger one shot than the Go Nagai Getter one shot, you know?
Well, ain't that the way?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah,
you guys have any other thoughts about it?
No.
About the Getter Robo saga as a whole, since we're
what a banger.
I had a fine time.
Wish there was more.
How does it feel, Ren, for your winter break to finally be over?
Man, what a fucked up winter break it's been.
Ain't it? Oh, that's good.
All right, so let's do the end. Do you want to do the thing now?
Because it's the next few episodes are going to be short stories, and they're randomly picked.
We're just going to do minisodes.
Yeah, little minisodes. We haven't decided what they are. I have loaded up every short story that we've put on our list of short stories to read into one of those like wheel spinner things, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna click it and we're gonna find out together what the next story we're gonna read is. There's a few on here that I'm staring at that I'm like, oh man, I hope it's not that. But let's find out. Wheelofnames.com powering this moment. The human chair. Which one of
No. It better not be some Batai shit.
No, it's an Edogawa Rampo's short story.
Oh, let's go! Okay.
That human chair fucking rocks.
I got real excited because it looked like we were going to do 776, and I was like, yeah, give me that.
Oh, man.
Maybe next time the will of the wheel.
I'll take this off the list. And...
The will of the wheel speaks to me in my dreams, sending me to the future and shit.
But yeah, that's the episode. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Bog Frog Book Pod. Check out our other show, Covered in Worms. New episode coming out probably before this one is out, so it's already out. Go watch it, listen to it right now. It's a fun one. We had a good time. It's nice to be back. If you have anything you want to email us, tell us, suggest us. Now that we are doing random short stories, I think that is a great time to send us short story recommendations, because we don't have as many as I'd like. So send those into bogfrogbookpod@gmail.com. And
I will add some more.
Is the show. Bye.
Yippee! Bye!
Yippee! Bye, guys!